get right to it, gentlemen. Team USA concluded their 5 exhibition games. They've gone 5-0. But man, Chiney, it wasn't without some.
I liked it because it made good games.
Drama, some late game antics. This is the United States versus Germany here. We're going to pick it up with Joel Embiid's outlet pass here.
Come on, like this is what dreams are made of. This is what dreams are made of, Lizzie McGuire.
I just have to remind everybody, he's 39 and still throwing it down a little reverse like that.
It doesn't make sense.
And then Bam Adebayo, he's saying, bam, on the glass.
I love his defense. And the best thing about when you're a team that's struggling to create separation, that defense turns to instant offense.
And that we saw that was a theme all game long. The U.S. ended the first quarter on a 21-6 run. So then, in the second quarter here, after watching Jason Tatum, just a beautiful up and under there, LeBron, watch him here, hunting, gets the rejection.
Blocked by James.
On his former teammate, no less.
And then I love this right here. I mean, unselfish basketball. How are you going to leave that guy open? That's Steph Curry.
This is what he does every single time. And KD knows a little something about that. He had a front row seat for a couple of years and a few championships to boot. This time, Joel Embiid.
This is not fair. Like, this is a block party at this point.
And did you see what he did? Obviously, then, look out below.
The combination of dunks by LeBron James and then Anthony Edwards, it starts with the sequence, to me, has been just so awe-inspiring. I think Edwards, Dikembe, not today.
No.
He's going to put a lot of people on notice this Olympics.
This was just insane. SportsCenter top 10 for sure. And then Curry.
Come on.
Carving up the defense.
His handles are underrated, a word that he loves. Like, come on, guys.
He just goes behind the back,
throws the ball in front, uses some English, off balance, knocks it down.
And Franz Wagner, another outlet pass here from Joel Embiid.
Come on.
And behind the back from Curry to Book. Circle shot. Somehow, some way, he gets that one to go. Anthony Davis, he is loving it. But then, at the end of the game, when it was close, it's LeBron.
Everybody was in front of him, but nobody can stop him.
LeBron James, once again, breaks this up.
Cookies.
Somehow stays in bounds, takes his cookies, and gets this play started here. Back to LeBron. Everyone should know at this point in the game, this is when he takes over. When Team USA was in trouble, who did they go for?
Dagger. Dagger.
LeBron James gets that one to go. And then now the U.S. finally starting to breathe. If they can get one more bucket, LeBron spins.
He took on the entire squad, Malika.
Moves through defense or the entire team, shakes it off, and the U.S. gets the win. Here's LeBron after the win.
Great job to close out the preliminary game. We saw some adversity. Good. We've been down two games in a row, and that's going to be good for us. Like KD just said, the real begins now. All right? We got 6 games, but we'll one game at a time, all right? LeBron James. Who? LeBron James.
Who?
LeBron James. Monster. He's still doing this at 45.
I think LeBron just took over, and that's just his personality. That's him as a leader. I think we had some great looks, and we also had some struggles. And I think when we saw those struggles, LeBron just kind of took the key. So him just being him and going out there and leading his team.
I appreciate that, Drew, but you know when people are using your middle name,
like AD, and adding years to
that is serious. And we were all getting our tweets off about this. Shannon Sharp, Asia Wilson, John Morant, Patrick Mahomes, Tyrese Maxey. Everyone was amazed. He's still dominating.
Oh, hey, Momo.
At 39 years old, And there's Ramona up there at the top. 2 games in a row where LeBron took over late, propelled Team USA to the win. The U.S. are understandably the huge favorites here, Tim, to win gold. But if the past 2 games tell us anything, it's that maybe they can be beaten. I know LeBron said, this is good. It's good that we're being tested here. But what version, Tim, of LeBron does Team USA need for them to win gold and get their goal here?
Yeah, Malika, we talked yesterday about the fact that they're going to be susceptible and vulnerable, and we've seen that in the last couple of exhibition games, and there's a lot of reasons for that. But what has been obvious here to me over these last couple of games in particular, it's this gravitational pull, right, that LeBron has. He's a magnet for the basketball. There's a trust factor there with the rest of this roster that LeBron James is going to be the guy because of his physical force and presence and his ability to handle the ball against traffic, to get the ball in spots on the floor where you have to have it in big moments. That is why LeBron James is now become the leader of this team in close games. And we know there's a lot of alphas on this team. A lot of guys put up big numbers scoring in the regular season and playoffs for their respective teams. But there's only one LeBron James. And you can just see the respect factor, the trust factor getting bigger and bigger as we go now closer to actually playing in these Olympic Games. And it's been kind of fun to watch because I think that's always the biggest question mark about these Olympic Olympic teams. Who is going to be that guy that takes the basketball, puts it on his hip, and organizes and stabilizes and makes the pressure happen on those big possessions? It's been LeBron James the last couple of games, and I think I expect it to be going forward as well.
Hold on, let me warm up for my answer. Hold on.
Oh, we're doing some
few of these. Okay, LeBron has been absolutely incredible. And one of the reasons he's had to be incredible, like we didn't give Germany one highlight in that highlight reel and they almost won the game. These games have been close. And one of the reasons LeBron's had to be incredible and bully and flex his way to the rim is because the U.S. is not generating threes. Germany took more threes in one game, the same amount of threes in one game as the U.S. has taken combined in its last two. And so that's left LeBron to chisel through the tighter spaces. Remember, the FIBA three-point arc is a little shorter. Space is a little cramped. The best option we've had, give the ball to LeBron, get out of his way. We're going to have to start generating more threes to win some of these games, to win every game. We are the favorites. We are the big favorites. But these games have shown if the three-point variance can swing the other way, and that's what a lot of these teams are banking on, there's going to be a game or two along the way where it's going to be close late, and it's going to have to be somebody like LeBron has done carrying us over the finish line. That somebody, by the way, that we haven't talked about is, boy, would it be helpful to have maybe the greatest USA FIBA player of all time, Kevin Durant, healthy and in the starting five.
International play is so much more physical, but LeBron James knows that.
Yeah.
He carries that weight so well. And what I love is that he just knew no one could stop him. And he did something that sort of inspired them to realize, hey, we can be down, but we can still push through. And one thing I love about LeBron James, he plays the game the right way. People criticize him a lot for not taking over late. He has done exactly that in this competition, but that doesn't mean he won't defer later on for, big moments later.
But when he takes over, it's almost a good thing on a team full of alphas where it's sort of like, okay, whose turn is it? What's the pecking order here? When it's LeBron James, no one's looking around saying, oh, why is it this guy now? When it's Devin Booker and Jason Tatum, and they're kind of trying to figure it out, everyone gets out of the way, to your point, Tim Legler, when it's LeBron James. And this is what fans have been waiting for. They've been waiting for the best of the best all on one team, and particularly Steph Curry and LeBron teaming up for the first time. We've gotten some glimpses of their connection. Here's Curry on the King.
Obviously, Bron's been taking over in the fourth quarter, giving us a huge bump, but the offensive game, we haven't played our best offensive game yet. But when we lock in defensively and we rebound, nobody can really beat us. That's how we've been coming back these last two games. But just execute the details of just playing solid, hard-nosed basketball. We'll be fine.
Great assessment from Curry and LeBron saying, you know what, this could be good for us down the road playing these slim margin games, because despite losing a game in 2020, remember, obviously played in 2021, but it was the 2020 Olympics, Team USA went on to win gold, and then they won their games by an average margin of 20 points along the way. So this version of Team USA has won all 5 showcase games, but the margin of victory, it's been cut in half from that run. So Zach, after watching a couple of these games, do you feel better or worse about Team USA's chances to win it all, with Paris just a couple of days away now?
I feel just a little bit worse. I'd still take Team USA over the field. I've never wavered on that, and it's really just a little. The offensive chemistry has not come quite as easily as it looked like it was going to come in that Serbia game where we blew out one of the best teams in the league and looked crisp and unselfish. It got a little more stagnant in the next 2 games. That could just be a letdown after what was a statement game against Serbia and another one against Canada too. It could also just be they need Durant. They're waiting to amp it up in the Olympics, but it's not going to be easy. The days of it being easy have been over for a long time. There's going to be a game or two in there where they're going to have to pull through late, and I think they'll be able to. I'd still take Team USA over the field, but I'd like to see the offense get a little looser. Defensively, Steph's right. They are walling off the paint. The paint is a no-fly zone against Team USA, and I don't see that changing. The only way anyone's going to beat them is to get hot from 3.
Tim?
Yeah, and I think that's where my concern has been, guys, is I feel a little bit worse than I did because defensively I think they're having a hard time coming together defending the screening action on the perimeter. That's where the mistakes are being made, and they're giving up open looks to, and all of these teams are going to have a stable of guys that can knock down that international three-point shot. Their rim protection has been great, but that's your last line of defense. The issues that they have had have come on the perimeter with some of the flare screens and some of the actions that's run. And the reason for that is because that sort of communication takes time, and they haven't been together all that long. So if there's more levels to be had and grabbed on the perimeter defensively, they're going to be just fine because they're going to generate even more open court opportunities to get out and run. It's great that they've got Embiid back there, LeBron, Anthony Davis. They've got guys that can protect the rim. Bam Adebayo. Problem is, what's happening on the perimeter to give up some of these looks? That's where they've got to tighten up, and it's going to take a little bit more communication and film study on that end of the floor to do that.
And they just don't have that much time to get all of that together. The men's team, it begins group play on July 28th against Serbia, a team the United States did beat by, a ho-hum 26 points during their showcase meeting. After that, they take on South Sudan and Puerto Rico to round out group play. But the biggest question mark remaining, and Zach touched on this, the status of three-time gold medalist Kevin Durant. He is yet to play in any of the exhibition games, and our senior writer Brian Windhorst, he said that he does not expect KD to be ready for Saturday's first Olympic game against Serbia. Chiney, how important is KD for this team?
This is a team that has the least amount of time to build chemistry, and you know who bails you out from that? Kevin Durant. He's the all-time leading scorer in Team USA history on the men's side. And what I love about KD is if you have a play that people forget, it doesn't matter. Just throw him the ball. He is one of the best isolation scorers, arguably the best isolation player in the NBA at 7 feet we've ever seen. He averaged 27 points per game last season, and he is the ultimate unlock. He is the ultimate mismatch. When you throw him out there, you know that you can get shots from the perimeter. I think Tim was highlighting, hey, perimeter defense, perimeter offense, like that could be a question mark. When he's out there, he's got the length on defense. He's also got the range on offense. He is someone that I'm going to be like, okay, if he's available, great. If he's not, I might still be worried. Yeah, so it's not quite just a luxury to have Kevin Durant back. When you're looking at one of the most decorated, if not the most decorated Olympic men's basketball player ever, someone you want to be available for you. All right.